Hey you guys, this is Orsi and this is going to be a different This Happened video because I don't know, I'm just trying to change things up. Also, I think it's maybe if I show you guys more, it's more interesting than just me sitting down and talking about things. Especially because August was busy with concerts and talking about the concert, it's not really useful. But let's not go ahead. So August was the only month in a year when I don't have a library job, which means I had an extra few days, and I know that it was just like 2 days less work, but honestly it made so much difference because I don't know, I just felt like I was actually on holiday. Me and my friends even got to go and visit Lake Balaton at least once. We were planning on going multiple times, but with women, it's not that easy to time things together or synchronize things, I would say. So it was only once, but as you can see, the weather was beautiful and we just had fun and it was just really good because I really like going to Lake Balaton. We vacationed there when I was a child, so every time I go, it's instantly, I can just relax. Doesn't matter where I go, if it's Lake Balaton, if it's near there, I don't know, it's the most relaxed I am. So it's just, I was just really happy that I was able to go and spend time with friends as well. I miss times when we were able to go with family, but life is life. Things happened and that's not a possibility currently, but maybe in the future, who knows. And then okay, let's talk about the good things first. So like I said, I went to a bunch of concerts. The first one was I think that was 4, yeah. And out of the 4, 3 of them was the same band. So, I saw them 3 times. But the first one was at a place called Kobuci, which is like a small garden type of venue, which is a really, really cool place. And even if you're not close to the stage, you can still like hear things and I'm not saying see things because I'm not a tall person and me and my friends are kind of very unfortunate, I would say that, because every time we went to the concert, like out of these 4, like the first 2, the tallest people were standing in front of me, so I saw nothing from the stage. At the first one, we were sitting at the side because we were thinking that, okay, it's a smaller venue, we can just sit, because, I'm not very good on standing around a lot. And then I would be more comfortable. We were listening to music, it's gonna be awesome. And then people started lining up, even though like that was the sitting areas, because they wanted to see, I guess, better, so they just stood in front of us, which was like a really shitty thing to do in my opinion, but whatever. But the concert was still good. And on the second night it was a different band, but it was the same thing. I was standing close to the stage, but like I swear to God, giants were standing in front of me, and I only saw stuff from the concert because I made videos, so I was able to look back because I was holding my phone up, so I didn't see the screen, but I was just recording stuff because there was a song that I was really, really not hoping because I knew that it would be performed, because this was a record replay, I guess that was how you would say it, concert where they played one of their older records from like the first song to the last one in order. So I even knew when the song was coming up, which I was really excited to hear because the frontman is half Hungarian, half Italian, and there's an Italian song on the album, so I'm gonna insert that one here because that was just so amazing, and I want to, like record even here as well that I was able to listen to this song live. And if you don't like it, you can just skip ahead.
E quest'amore come fa? Tu che ti svegli accanto a me senza mai chiederti perché, telefonando tutto intorno a te. Tu che non bevi mai il caffè, a volte poi ne bevi tre, fotografando tutto intorno a te. Il coccodrillo sul sofà. E quest'amore come sta? Quello mi stringe forte forte per la mano. Non c'è nessuno che lo sa, ma porta la memoria via, lontano. Tu che nel giallo sei il blu, tu che oramai non sei più tu, distruggendo tutto intorno a te. Tu che mi porti sempre giù, non ci sei più, non ci sei più, distruggendo tutto intorno a te. Il coccodrillo sul sofà. E quest'amore come fa? Quando mi stringe forte forte per la mano. Non c'è nessuno che lo sa, ma porta la memoria via, lontano. E quest'amore come fa? Quando mi stringe forte forte per la mano. Non c'è nessuno che lo sa, ma porta la memoria via lontano. Ma mi porta la memoria via lontano. Questo è sempre.
And for this concert, it was really cool because I went with my little sister, so and with some friends, and I mean I'm her husband as well. But oh my, one of those friends were, there's always one person who's really loud and says stupid things, and you're like, oh, you're ruining the concert for me. Well, in this case, we were the ones bringing that person in, so that was kind of like, no, I mean, it was, I'm not gonna say that he was an asshole. He was drinking a lot, obviously, but I was still able to enjoy what I was hearing from the concert. But still, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, no. Because these were, okay, I forgot to say, the first concert was on Thursday, and then this one, the second one was on Friday, and the third one was on Saturday. And this one was unique because it was in a town where one of my university friends that I work with right now lives. So I was able to visit her. We went around and saw a bunch of really cool parts of the city. It's a very historical city. There's a book and there's some stuff that happened there that everybody learns about in school. So, we went around, played a little tourist. Yeah, I took a bunch of pictures and they are on in my Instagram as well if you want to see more. And then, of course, there was the concert, which was awesome. And because we were, we are tiny persons, we decided that I don't care how awkward it is to sit in the first row, I'm gonna stand there. And it was awkward. I don't like to be, I don't like it when the band actually sees my face, because I'm not that person who wants to be there and be like, I'm not a fun girl anymore. That's what I want to say. I really enjoy the music of this band, but I don't want to be like, like a fan. fan. But I was like, I don't care for once, I want to see. So, it was cool, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure I want to do it again. But it was fun. And then next day on Sunday, we were celebrating my brother's birthday, so I had to come back, unfortunately, quite early from there. But it was okay because I'm that age, or I don't know, maybe it's just I guess it's age that I sleep best in my own bed. So it doesn't matter where I go, and it can be the most comfortable bed ever. It's not my own. I don't sleep well. So I'm able to sleep at someone's like other places than my own home, because that was an issue for a long time. But still, it's nice to be back home and be in my own bed. And the last concert was on the next Wednesday, which was a public holiday, and that was a weird experience because it was in a neighboring town, but there's no direct, easy public transportation, and I really hate that I don't have I'm actually not driving, and I'm not able to just hop into a car and drive 70 minutes. Yeah, that's how long it takes by car, because by public transportation it's like an hour and a half because you have to go around in circles. So I asked my dad, because I was supposed to go with my friend, but he got sick, so I couldn't, and then I didn't find anyone else who was going, so I asked my dad to drive me there, and then I arranged a taxi to go back home because I was meeting somewhere there, and I made a promise to stay, late and get drunk. Well, I wasn't drunk by the end of the night, but I definitely read tarot tipsy, which was an interesting experience. I wasn't sure that I would be able to read tarot when I'm tipsy, but looks like I'm able to. Of course, it's still much better if I'm sober, and it's an actual good setting, but it was just for fun. Even though I can't really do tarot just for fun. Like, the messages are the messages.
Még néhány izmom megfeszül, céltól a mozgásba erőt tesz, majd mintha mindegy ki volnék, hátradőlök, álomba merültem, fejemben itt ez a más világ, csak alszom, de itt vagyok, 100 évnyi sors miatt, 30 gyertyámra elég viasz vagyok, nem én döntöttem magamról, idén sem én mondtam magamra, a fiókból kihúztam, valamit fessek én is a falakra, én azt sem tudom, ezt hogyan kell, szívak is vagyok és gyáva, távolra biztos szép lesz, hadd kapaszkodjak addig valaki másban, így lesz hulló csillagból fény, nem kértünk ernyőt lefelé, onnan világ végéből néz, csillagból fény. Néhány nagyszülőre innen egy szárnyas bombán, hienni kell a rég, családban hallottam.
I was very pleasantly surprised because I think I arrived home at 5:30 in the morning, and I wasn't dead next day because I was worried that my health and my issues would make me like feel really shitty next day. But no, I actually was just like tired, but not like that tired and really exhausted or whatever. So it was a pleasant surprise. I'm not gonna redo it again because I'm not an idiot. I know my limits, but it was a good surprise. And then I don't even know, August brought another another round of the sickness that I was dealing with in the beginning of May, from the beginning of, or around the beginning of May, because I was sick for 7 weeks before I managed to go to the doctors and finally get some antibiotics and started to heal. So my infection or whatever it was didn't heal completely. And unfortunately, I think it was the end of August when I started to think about university and the next year, and that I need to write my thesis, and I have to go and talk to libraries about my, like, what am I to write this about, and just and all the exams and the final exams, and oh god, everything. I think I just got so overwhelmed that's why my immune system was just really shitty, and that's why I that's what I think that I got sick again, because I was just overwhelmed, and that's never a good thing. Besides this, there was two important things. After bitching about the Hobonichi all day, every day, and I'm even making a video about it, how disappointed I was with my first Hobonichi, which I was, don't get me wrong, I am. The paper quality and inconsistency sucked. But I heard from people that like they improved the new lineup, because there were people who got the 2016 Hobonichis earlier, so there were videos that like showed examples that they were better. So I'm hoping, because I spent a shitload of money on a new Hobonichi, and actually I had the A6 size day free last year, but I bought a cousin, the English version with a new cover, because I realized that that I need more space and I actually need the daily setup. So I'm looking forward to that. We will see. And I kind of miss like using my fountain pens, and that was the only option to use it with my Hobonichi, because I just don't write letters anymore because the post office keeps not delivering them. Another fun thing that me and my friends finally started playing D&D. I was supposed to be the dungeon master at first, but I was just too busy with schoolwork or whatever. And then my friend was like, okay, she's gonna start, because she was interested in being a DM as well. And I think we made the right decision, because she's just really cool. And I learned a lot from how she is doing things, because I was not thinking about a lot of them that you're supposed to do. So we have a really cool story going on. And obviously I have multiple sets of dices now, because you need everything, like all the dice sets, or not, no. But there's not a lot of pictures of like we like us actually playing, because we're playing, but you can see my really cool die sets and whatnot. But this was August, and we're already in September, which you will hear about it later. I don't know how this new format works, because it's gonna be fun or not, editing everything together, but hopefully this is gonna be interesting to watch, listen to some music, and maybe it's easier to imagine what I'm talking about when you have some visual aid. And also, I'm doing this for my nephew as well, if he's ever gonna be interested in, and hopefully he learns English, because if he doesn't, then this is a failed attempt, because I just want him to know, who I was on some certain level, that maybe what I did. So this format maybe works for him as well better, because he can see what I saw. Okay, so this is the end of August, but see you next month. Bye!